Welcome back, everybody. Richard Doyle coming back at you again today on this beautiful hump day. Gearing up for Christmas. You know, we got the green shirt on. We got the tree in the back. We're feeling great. Sprinkling pepper. Avalanches of prosperity and abundance coming your way as we round out this 2019, making it the best year we've had thus far. And of course, what we're going to be talking about today is the difference between formal education and self-education and why one will make you a living, whereas the other one will make you a fortune. So of course, what I mean by formal education is that's our current school system structure, right? So you start school when we're in preschool, and then we go all the way up until high school, some of us, college, graduate school, things like that, right? Well, really what that schooling is meant to do is meant for a couple different things. Number one, it's helping you to transition eventually into moving into the real world, get you ready for a career, give you some basic information that you need, things like math, things like history, things like economics and how money works, right? Things like that. And this is just a basic foundation structure of knowledge and education that you need in order to be somewhat successful in life, right? So really the way to look at it is this is more of an entry-level introduction to learning. This is going to give you that basic understanding of knowledge, and it'll give you basic knowledge that you need to survive, right? And a lot of people, what they'll do is once they get that education and they're done with high school or college or whatever the case may be, they'll be done. And then they'll go into the career field and they will just work from the time that they finish school all the way until they retire, and then they try to enjoy their retirement years. Well, there's actually more to it if you're willing to take those extra steps, and that is the self-education portion of things. So what self-education is this is you teaching yourself things that you may need in order to reach those levels in life that you ultimately want to go to, right? And so here's the example I'll give you. A lot of us, what'll happen is we'll go into a career field and we won't be happy in that career field, right? So we'll just find ourselves stuck. And then there's things that we'll think about like, man, I really wish I could do that as a career. I really wish I could become a lawyer, right? But man, I just don't know if I have it in me. Well, the thing is you do have it in you, right? You could easily go and self-teach yourself whatever you'd like to learn. That's why libraries were invented. That's why audiobooks were invented. That's why these strategy videos on YouTube or wherever you can find them are invented. They're invented to help you understand how you can get from where you are to where you want to go. And so there's no limit to learning whatever it is that you want to learn. But the second that you cut yourself off and go, well, I don't think I can learn that much anymore, that's when you're done, right? Now, if you want to create a fortune, a lot of times that's going to be done in things like sales, or that's going to be done in things like business. And for a lot of us, we're like, well, I don't know how to build a business. And there are a lot of moving parts when it comes to business, right? You got to think about the marketing. You got to think about the product. You got to think about the structure. You got to think about the laws. You got to think about your employees. You got to think about leadership. You got to think about the vision of the company. You got to think about writing a mission statement. There's a lot that goes into it when you're building a business. However, with a self-education, you self-teaching yourself things like marketing, things like sales, things like understanding products, engineering, right? Reading books from people like John C. Maxwell on leadership, right? Or reading self-help books like Think and Grow Rich, right? That'll teach you how to use the power of a mastermind to get what you want and ultimately work with people to create that business that you're looking to create. All of a sudden, things start to become easier for you. And here's the best part. When you start self-educating and you're reading and listening to audiobooks and you're taking those extra steps toward getting that education or that knowledge that you're looking for, you start to enjoy it a lot more. And so now reading becomes fun for you and you want to learn more. You want to grow more. You want to understand your craft more. You want to become a professional at it. Because a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll go into a career field and they'll just stay average at it. They don't ever want to get better. And the difference between somebody that's average and somebody that's a professional is somebody that continues to hone their craft. And that's the idea behind self-education. It's to help you hone your craft. It's to help you get better at your skills. It's to help you ultimately set the bar higher in that industry that you have or that business that you have, right? And so that's why education is going to earn you a fortune, is because you're never going to quit learning. You're going to understand that there's no such thing as perfection, and that you're going to keep striving to become better and striving to learn more, and just wanting to get that little bit more knowledge, that little bit more education to set yourself apart, right? And now what you're starting to do is you're starting to understand your value, and now your income is going to climb because you have set yourself apart from everybody else. You've understood the power of growth. You've understood the power of your mind. You've understood how important it is for you to reach those next height, or that next height in your life, in your business, in your career, whatever the case may be. And so that's why you have to understand that when it comes to this formal education, that's there to teach you basic information. When you find that thing that you love to do, it's now your responsibility to keep growing, keep understanding the things that you need to learn and that you need to hone in on, and the things that you need to get better at in order to reach those heights you ultimately want to get to essentially create that life that you're looking for, right? And you'll know exactly what that is, because you'll reach these challenges in your life, and then immediately you'll go, there's a book for that, or there's an audio book for that, or I heard somebody say something about that. Let me dig more into that, right? And now as these challenges start to arise, you're not giving into them. You're actually overcoming them. You're growing to become stronger than those obstacles that are in front of you, essentially, right? You're wanting to push past that wall. You're wanting to get better, right? And so it's going to help you in that sense, this self-education, get to where you want to go by helping you eliminate fear, by helping you understand the how-to of how to get where you want to go, and of course, to help you ultimately live that life that you intended on living when you first came here. So hope this video helped you. I'm so thankful for the support that we've been getting on this channel. Of course, there is a poll on the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Real Rick Doyle. I don't know why I just made that sound, but that was pretty funny either way. It was like a pterodactyl. And then if you haven't subscribe down below. Hit the bell notification, just notifies you every time we're doing a new video. I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday season, and peace.